because there'll be soundbars button, so if you speak into it.
Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check. 1, 2.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, there we go.
1, 2. Hello, hello.
So if you want more volume, speak in this direction.
Hello, hello. Yep.
You see it just like,
Yeah, I see.
there we go. Yeah, the pickup is there, so you're good.
Okay.
So what you can
So we
now
have two
do-
mics.
We have a second mic. Yeah, let's try it.
Let's try it. Why not?
Let's try it.
Let's try it.
Sorry.
Second mic.
Two.
Oh, did you have the booklet? QR code.
The QR code's right there.
We gotta figure out if it was okay.
Whoever was just commentating at the mic in the box, I think they're warming up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask them. 2
Thank
seconds.
you, thank you, thank you.
This is fine. We can probably get by with one.
It's the rise of Haluk. By the way, we are live.
Shout out to Howard.
Shout out to Haluk. So we got a couple of fun facts as well.
What happened with the Panthers game?
They destroyed them at the end. They were down the entire, and then they went on Luca. They went on what, like a 20-1 run?
Yeah, it was like 23-4.
Yeah, 23 for
Let's
one.
go. I just get my cup up. And then I'll need that at the end of the day, so that's fine.
Okay.
You feeling good?
Yeah.
You want me to get you the photos of the rosters?
We're trying to get into the QR code.
Right. Yeah, wait, is there
Because let's try to get some names. Actually, Alessia is going to be huge for us. Alessia, give me names.
Names.
Yeah, like of girls. So, like,
Easy, Lauren.
okay, no. Like I know far left is Charlotte. Okay, yeah, but tell me who they are. Like which number? Like number 9 is Lizzie, right?
Wait, why does the QR code go?
600.
How about the other number? All right. Okay, who are the starting five?
You and Matt.
Okay, which number is Data? Five? So Data is who? Data is who? Number 5.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Cool. All good. Let me know if you do anything. Awesome.
And then does my data start? Who's Carmen?
Yeah, we got him here. Right, let's only learn our players' names.
There you go.
I'm joking. We should learn both players' names.
No.
Let's do this. Did you play Alex?
Yes.
Alex is number 24. I mean, we're going to get the big minutes. All right, Monty, you're in charge of saying this last name.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, Mary, Charlotte, yeah. Carmen. Wow. Name, just Bene. Just not the last name. Alright, no. Okay. I like it.
Okay. Who's Lauren?
11.
What?
11.
11. Where's 11?
She's probably gonna. Why? She's not gonna get many minutes. Probably. Why?
Because I have some fun facts of.
Don't be a sim bungee. Who the fuck cares? Yeah.
That's the district. Don't be a simple. What the fuck is someone trying to do?
I don't know. And here we see Soren, assistant coach, stepping up to. What is he doing?
He's hilarious though. Like, yeah, have you seen him clean up an aisle for him? What? He's not. But like he does everything for the women's team. He like tables. He like goes to Maddie's practices as well. Like,
Yeah. I see that.
that's fucking sick. He's actually perfect. Like,
Oh my god, they got the fucked up net. No.
Isaac. No, he's like probably like our 7th man. Some of these players I've seen before.
So in Oxford,
Yeah.
she has such a good tree.
Okay.
I think we're
What's that?
defending like since the first game that she scored so many trees. I think they're gonna defend.
Also,
She was-
did you see? Mike.
No way. You're a hero.
Massive, man, massive. Oh,
Mine's bigger than yours.
fuck off.
I don't think this one.
Okay. I'm quite a sedentary person, so it's fine.
Wow, that's really expensive.
How do we connect it to this?
So let's see. Yes.
Whoa.
So I think it's USB-C.
So it's wired straight in, right?
Personally, I think there's enough battery, so you should be okay.
Oh
If you see this depleting,
Yeah, we'll take it off.
This is like a podcast mic. Sweet. Okay.
I think it's direct.
Oh, is this your whole commentating setup?
Yeah. Can you help me out? I think you have experience in podcasts and stuff. Try to set up these mics.
It's
It's a mic, apparently.
yeah.
This is literally a better setup.
Can you go into my backpack, please?
You're a one woman job. Yeah, this is a whole fucking thing.
Adley,
just wondering, guys.
I have
Can you see a water bottle under you with like orange squash?
Yeah, in there.
Yeah?
Monty, you got that water bottle. Zach.
By the way, we can all see that on camera.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Wait, no, it's not good.
Fucking
I think I might be too tired to commentate.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mic check.
Basketball never
Hello?
stops.
Yep. I think it works. Wait, speak.
Can you hear me? Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
This bar needs to move up.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check.
Mic check. Mic check. Can you just pop the live stream?
Yeah, I'm in for that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I've done something with this that I don't understand.
One second.
Oh god. Alright. Oh my god. Wow, okay. You know, I'm gonna. Here, I'll try. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing.
Okay.
Mic check.
Yeah, it's a bit late. But it's okay.
Testing.
We're good.
So guys, I'm just gonna grab Luca's charger. It's somewhere around here. It's white.
That was my charger, I think.
Oh, that was yours.
Yeah.
Ah,
But you need it.
may I possibly charge this? Is that okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Mic check, mic check. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're getting ready to start the introductions with both teams.
You do the play-by-play. I'll do the color. Yeah.
What?
There's usually two commentators.
You guys
Play-by-play
need me to
is
explain to you
narrates
girls
every bit of the game.
basketball?
The color commentator comes in with bits of color. Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you need me to give you a rundown on how to play basketball so that you guys know what you're doing?
Actually, coming from
I could use that, but not from you.
Listen, okay.
Actually-
No, I'm about to come for you, but then I was like, it's still too long.
coming from a
Just wait a
novice.
month.
Coming from a novice.
You weren't out there.
Maybe it's good to have a novice try to explain the game of basketball after the introductions.
Are you live right now?
But maybe we'll first let the introductions go in first, and then we'll give you guys a first-hand view from a novice basketball player how to play the game of basketball. And hopefully you can learn a thing or two.
Sounds like a plan, Monty.
That's number 1 is Super Rita. Number 20 is Prospero. Number 9 is Marta. Number 34 is Phillips coming in. Number 12 is Mayer. Number 27 is Ruby. I think first name's only relaxing. And Aisha is number 6. Oh, okay. Not sure what's going on now. Okay. Let's give it up for women's Bulls.
Let's get it, bro.
Now it's time for the Cambridge women's introductions. Number 2 we have Millie Moore. Number 3 we have Rose Conway. Isabella Winifred. Number 4 Isabella Winifred. Number 6 we have Maduka, otherwise known as Maddie.
Alexandra Armin-Schmidt.
Number 7 we have Alexandra. Number 8 we have Carmen.
Carmen Rex Hernandez. Marie Healy.
Number 9 is Marie. Number 11 is
Lauren Harrison Oaks.
Lauren Harrington. Number 15 is Bere. Or Bere. Number 17 is Maha. Number 21 is Elizabeth. And number 23 is Lexi from America. Number 24 is Charlotte. Those are the two superstars you guys need to watch out for. 24, 23, Charlotte and Lexi. It's going to be a wonderful match. And now to a novice to explain the game of basketball to you from her own perspective. Maybe introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Adelie. I'm a professional basketball player. I'm on Women's Blues, but I'm officially running a half marathon.
She's just lying on live television.
Game caught in 4K.
So the objective is to get the ball from your hand to the ring. And that's about it. So just need to go into the hole and that's all. That's all there is to it. No dribbling's allowed. And you're allowed to run with the ball in your hand.
No,
But
that's
only
a different
every
lecture.
step. And then you
We're on YouTube. YouTube.
you oppose and
Sorry for the interruption, folks. She was actually incorrect. Dribbling is allowed. We'll be taking it from here.
We'll be taking it from
This
here.
is Monty and Matt.
So my name is Monty, and I'm the coach of the men's 2 Lions Cambridge. And Matt is.
My name is Matt Greenig. I'm the captain of Cambridge M2.
So we're
Thanks for
gonna
joining us on this wonderful ride.
we're gonna be bringing to you guys, I guess, from a player coach perspective,
and novice.
maybe
And novice.
and novice as well. Maybe into
Hopefully
the mindset of some of these players and also the experience in the breaks. But we're coming into tip-off, and so Cambridge, last game that they played against them, it didn't end up so well, but it also didn't start so well. If I have the score sheet here correct from the last game, so Oxford got off to a really hard start that first quarter, 18-8 last game. So Cambridge really are going to have to come out making sure that they're putting on the stops, maybe focusing a little bit on getting a little more than 8 points. But 18 points from one quarter probably is what hurt them the most last game. So we really, really need a hot start from Cambridge to make sure that the game's going to at least be more balanced.
Yeah, you know, let's get out of there.
You guys actually look so legit in this picture. It doesn't do justice.
Cambridge here bringing out a starting lineup consisting of Elizabeth Neary at the center position, Madoka Hazemi, presumably at point guard, Charlotte Dawson, Marie Healy, and Lexi Mooson, all playing the wing /2 guard. On Oxford side, playing center is number 20, Lorenza Prospero. We also have 34, Tari Phillips. Number 4, Lucy Needham. Cambridge calls for an offensive foul. Oxford's first offensive possession.
So over a high press. Ball swung to the wing.
Cambridge coming out of the men's back.
First shot up and fight for the board. Oxford together. So Oxford are not afraid of letting it fly from the beginning. So let's see if Cambridge can get something going in the first possession. Well, these two teams are no strangers to each other. They've played each other 3 times for the last several years. They probably really understand each other's philosophies quite well. Foul on number 6, Maddie Meduska. So it seems like the first 3 possessions, Oxford settling for elbow jumpers. Maybe Cambridge is happy to give that up until Oxford is forced to make them. I mean, there's no reason on forcing them to do anything else if they can't knock down those shots. So. First 2 points on the board from Oxford, number 4.
Cambridge with 2 quick fouls already. Got to be careful not to get into the penalty too early. Cambridge running a nice action here with the UCLA cracking through an inside ball screen, but a little bit sloppy with the pass there. Still Cambridge ball.
Yeah, I would say to start off, the most important thing, you probably want to really limit the turnovers. Make sure that you're getting good looks, and from there, slowly ease yourself into the game. So that's a good offensive board by Maddie. First shot up, very, very tough. Jump ball. So very good intensity. corner. Cambridge cannot leave this possession. Oh, it's going the other way. Never mind. There we go. Good intensity off the rip. That's a look for Lexi. He takes a screen. Beautiful pick and roll. There we go. Oh. High intensity. Now Oxford goes back into their sets. And another missed jumper down low. So Cambridge has definitely lived with Oxford's shooting so far. And they are not suffering from it. Now, can they get a look at their own? There's Lexi at the top. Finds Charlotte. Jump shot. Oh, in and out. Oxford bring it up again.
Number 9. Cambridge bringing it up.
Another jump shot. That one's good. Yeah, back to business. Both teams are settling for jump shots at the moment. No one's trying to force their way into the paint. You know, they're comfortable running their sets. That's another jump shot in.
That was number 6. It was the comeback.
Obisco gives it up to Lexi. Trying to find the look inside. Beautiful pass inside. Tough finish. So if you notice, Oxford are really pushing it up the court, trying to get to the half court, and then from there, get into 1 or 2 movements. Another wonderful pass from Lexi. And this one's in again. Both teams' defenses, I think, are giving up open shots and asking you to make the shots. Prove to us that you can make the shots. That was great footwork from number 15. He was able to move around, really make the defender guess which way she was going, get her off her feet, get that foul, go to the free throw line.
Yeah. I think some people are missing probably.
Another jump shot. Good rebound from Charlotte, gives it up. Can Cambridge get some ball movement going on? Here's Lexi.
So calling for a ball screen.
That's offensive 3 seconds. So, for those of the viewers that are not familiar with the rule, as an offensive player, you cannot be in the paint area for more than 3 seconds. As a defensive player, you can stay there as long as you want, but if you're in the opposition's paint area, it's 3 seconds in, get out. Another wonderful jump shot. Number 20 with a wonderful strike. That's Lorenzo Prospero.
Confident looking jumper.
And Lexi with the jumper. Good offensive boards. All the way up. That's a good foul. It's interesting. I think as a team, you always want to mix it up. You always want to get looks inside and outside. But at some point, you do have to, I guess, force a foul out of the other team in order to slow the game down as well.
I don't feel it. No, but I think yeah. No, I
missed the other one. So it's a very tight start. Both teams proving that they can make their jump shots. Who can keep it up going the longest? It's Phillips again. It's inside. Wonderful pass inside. Tough shot. Cambridge bring it up. Here's my read again. Gets it up to the top. Good screening action. Getting out of the way. Have to get a shot off. 5 seconds left. Tough pass. Phillips pushing the pace. Handful of possessions now. Phillips has just been going all the way without turnovers as well.
Nice pass by number 9. A little bit off. Phillips playing 5 out.
Lexi finds Carmen. Space inside the paint. She steps to the jumper. Tough. And again, Phillips. Move, move, move. She says, get out of my way. Wonderful pass again. Off the dribble. Easy finish.
Easy comeback again. Lovely finish.
It's Carmen again. A little bit tough of an entry pass. But Phillips, wonderful handles. I'm not sure. It
Very
seems
disruptive on defense as well.
disruptive on defense, and then on offense, she's setting the tone for her team.
Pushing the pace, getting everyone in the spots they like.
Let's see if Carmen can do the same. Good level entry pass. Outside, jumper. A little bit tough. Now here's Bere. Another jumper. Good recovery. Cambridge again. Second chance points. Not there, but second chance opportunities plenty. Oh, a little bit of a skirmish, and Phillips, first one fighting on the floor. Another pure jumper. That is Lorenza again, killing Cambridge with the jumper. So what do? How do you tackle someone who's making that open jump shot? I guess you have to really just make sure the defense is as tight as possible. And
Yeah, they're already playing man-to-man, so they big assignment with that for Lorenzo's defender is going to be getting up in her space, not letting her get comfortable, not letting her get any shoot. Obviously, she's shown she can make good passes as well, so that requires everyone else to adapt for the extra space that tightness creates.
yeah, you can imagine that's what Mia's telling her team right now, because it seems like they're able to protect the perimeter quite well, but they're giving up space in the baseline right underneath the basket as well. It'll be very interesting if Mia is going to get into a zone at some point, maybe to protect that baseline area, force them to start making perimeter shots. But it is a really, I would say, even balanced game so far, with Oxford edging it out really with the second chance opportunities defense on Cambridge. Their pace, I think their pace is really allow them to separate by 5 points. Let's see if Cambridge has an answer. Double screen action, 7. Irene up top, Carmen again. Beautiful hesitation. Wonderful ball movement. It's an offensive foul. I wasn't really sure. I think it was a push on someone. But that was a wonderful possession. I mean, Cambridge got exactly what they were looking for. They got an open jump shot and the elbow. I don't think you can really ask for more. So. Lorenza again off. They're pushing the pace. Great hands from number 4. Swings it across. Lorenza, wonderful pass. Here's Phillips, first 3 of the game. Tough. Defensive foul.
But there were so many.
No, offensive foul. Okay.
I just remember your name.
Oh. Yeah, it was a foul after the rebound.
I just
Reach in.
remember. Yeah, Jesus is gone.
Cambridge one might want to try here for a bit more of an inside run. Gotten good jump shots, but sometimes to get your team going, the best thing you can do is try to get a shot up and then a foul.
Yeah, I guess the moment your jump shot isn't falling, that's probably when you go in and start looking for either a foul or some space, and who knows, you can make a layup.
And we're trying to be like Sanusi is giving Todd Phillips a lot of space to shoot. It seems to make it
Yeah, so if you notice exactly what we said going into the timeout, coming out of it, Oxford have now had 2 or 3 attempts, and the women's one from Cambridge are protecting that paint area, protecting that baseline. And so far, Oxford have missed 2 threes in a row, so they're really protecting that paint area. Another jump shot was a miss. Phillips again. You see Oxford trying to force it as close as possible to the basket. There we go. Another move. Barely bringing it up the court.
Are you slacking?
It's not about talking all the time, actually. In spite of what you might think. You made me miss it.
The perfect pick and roll. And Oxford forced to call a timeout. But just like we said, Cambridge needed to start getting into the paint a little bit more, maybe settle less for jump shots. And here they are again.
David's running late, so you might have to do the start of everyone if that's okay. Cool. Thanks.
I'm gonna stay for a minute.
You're killing it. You guys are doing well.
Okay, well,
Doing a great job. Look at this song.
It seems like the audience
Are these the both songs?
have been enjoying the commentary so far.
You guys doing anything to celebrate tonight?
Maybe actually, Sam,
It was a dinner
you've
with
come
the
to
rest of the
varsity
team.
basketball games before.
Yeah, Byron, but
Do you care to
I
comment
think people are
about
going
the
clubbing
experience?
afterwards or whatever.
You're not gonna come in.
I'm a bit of a boring old man.
That's okay. Slip it off.
Thank you, Sam. So Sam was a little bit of a late comer, to be fair. So he did miss the beginning of the game where I would say it was going. Both teams were making their jump shots, and then Oxford was pulling away with their continuing making. But Cambridge was pulled a little bit back close, and 17 for a quarter. But remember what we said to start the game. Cambridge really needed to hold Oxford less than the 18 points that they gave up that last game.
Looks like Oxford setting up something looking like a floppy set. With Lorenzo coming off the screen for a jump shot. No good jump shot.
That's out of bounds. And that's the end of the first quarter. So Cambridge holding Oxford to 10 points. And staying at where they were at the beginning, which was 7 points. Last game was 8 points. So I would say it's a pretty good start for Cambridge too. I mean, you also want to settle into it. It's a varsity game. You have audiences going on both sides, and as you guys can see from the heads on the screen, it's a pretty packed house. So, I mean, you yourself are a varsity player. You played for 3 years now in varsity. What would you say is the most different about the game compared to a regular season game? In terms of both your preparation, both your sleep before the match, as well as when the game starts. Does it feel any different? Do you, apart from having the fans, I guess, there as well?
Well, that's the main thing. It's the atmosphere. Yeah, it's quite a unique atmosphere at varsity. Definitely a lot more people than you get at a normal league match. But also the hours typically differ quite significantly from when you play normally on a weekday. They're typically quite earlier, at least for most teams. When you would play normally in a league match, and other than that, game plan wise, things are typically quite similar. Your execution plan is typically quite similar, although one key factor is that this is quite late in the basketball season, so you've had the entire season to prepare, to understand what your team does well. And at least in our case, we had played Oxford a couple times beforehand, so we had some specific preparations in mind for the team we were facing. And likewise, Cambridge Blues and Oxford Blues women's are in the same division in Bucks, and so they've played each other a couple times before this year, and so they've undoubtedly done a lot of strategic planning, adapted specifically to their opposition in this varsity match.
And how would you say, I guess, what would the difference be the start to a game in varsity compared to a regular season match?
Everyone's very nervous.
Everyone's very nervous. You guys heard it here first. Yeah. So Cambridge, good fight, good ball movement, nothing coming out of it.
Yeah. Now, when you're nervous, really, it's the technical skills that go first, the shooting, the dribbling. But what you can always do is make up for it with non-technical skills, with less technical skills, rebounding, defense, things that are really more of a function of effort and intensity than of fine-grained precision motor skills.
Well, I'll tell you who has absolutely no nerves. That is Lorenza on Oxford. She was hitting jump shot after jump shot. And we slowed down a little bit here, but teams are still feeling each other out here. There's Anisha. Inside. Foster on the outside. Another wonderful jumper. Just barely goes a miss. And now Carmen brings it up. Lexi at the top. Calls for the pick. Gets the roll. Wonderful pass. That is great basketball. But my read.
Very precise pass there from Lexi.
So back. Here's Anisha again. Lines it up. Let's see again. Fun.
That pick and roll with Lexi number 23 has been generating some pretty good looks for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to it, especially if their initial action here doesn't yield anything too fruitful.
Tough travel call. Number 4.
That's tough.
Yeah, you see, those are always the momentum breakers. Is when you're getting a stop and you don't get the shot off because of a turnover, whether it's a pass given away or a travel like that, because you know how intense you're playing. It's a simple lapse, and it feels like it goes away from you. Anisha again, jumper, in and out, wonderful offensive board. Foster up, and Cambridge slows it down at last. So I really like Cambridge's pace since he's getting to their sets. They're definitely finding the timings to get the picks, getting the rolls. Carmen inside, outside. My read. From Cambridge all the way. Excellent defense from number 4. That is back to Cambridge basketball. Maddie Meduska coming back in.
Cover. You sit here.
That's a shot clock violation.
Oxford ball.
The 3 minutes passed, both teams still getting a feel for the quarter. It seems like Oxford's offense is definitely slowed down with the substitution of Phillips, 34 Oxford. She was really carrying the pace. Let's see if her subs can make up for it. Anisha again, inside this time, not settling for the jumper. Doesn't get the roll. Here's Maddie pushing up the pace. Lovely pass. Lexi. And that is Maddie. So Lexi's love for Ben & Jerry's is as strong as her Vermont roots. She's all about that ice cream power-up. She must have had a Ben & Jerry's for breakfast. That's a foul.
It was called for a reach and foul here after Oxford got the rebound. Those are probably the kind of fouls you want to avoid.
Yeah, I mean, especially after a really good look, a really good layup that really gets some momentum going, and then
Yeah.
suddenly let's slow the ball down again.
Yeah.
Usually, when you're rolling, you really want to keep the momentum going.
And the foul itself is not giving you much, even if they don't call it.
It's a good contest and a great finish from number 7. We asked, can she fill in Phillips' shoes? That's a pretty good start. Lexi, wonderful pass again. Absolutely amazing.
Lexi has been making great reads out of the pick and roll.
Lorenza up top. 4. Tanisha again. Inside, outside. Foster, jumper. Tough.
Rebound.
Euro step, jumpers off, and Oxford are back up and running. That's a carry. And the ball goes back to Cambridge's way. So it's still a 3-point game, 5 minutes in. The game hasn't gotten worse for Cambridge, but we're definitely finding a little bit more pockets of space to work with. Maddie Meduska bringing the ball up the court. Finds Lexi again. They're really loving that Lexi pick and roll action. And that's a moving screen from number 21, Elizabeth Neary. That's the first moving screen that they've called, so she really shouldn't worry too much about it, but they are subbing her out right now. Oxford again, number 7. Phillips is back in. Attacks the paint. Amisha outside, 15. Foster, 3. It's good. That's the kind of looks that you get from ball movement. Cambridge gets a little bit rattled, moves around, gives up an open shot. They're daring him to take it. Oxford's making it. Maddie, jumper. Tough. Cambridge Oxford trading blow for blow. Phillips. She's always probing. She's always looking to go inside. Lorenza, fade away. Unlucky. Gets the rebound though. Another jump shot. And Maddie with the rebound. She maced out. Brings it up. Lexi, who's been everything for them so far. Maddie. My read. Back to Maddie. Maddie trying to thread it in. Nothing there for her. Foster going all the way, Shirley. Wonderful patience. Unlucky. I think the teams are coming more alive. It seems like that first 5 minutes of the quarter, still easing up the nerves, and now both teams are playing more confidently, passing more quickly. Lexi again, working with that pick and roll action. Finds my read. A little bit of a mismatch here in terms of height, but Phillips is fighting toe for toe. Lexi jump shot, gets the foul.
Looks like it was a 2-pointer. 2 shots to come.
Both teams now, crisper passes, more ball movement. The cuts are a little bit more smoother as well. It's all coming together. It's coming together.
There's LS from Oxford. Foul for the jump. Lexi converts the first.
Lexi sinks the second. It's a 2-point game. 15-13.
This is
Oxford
Lawrence
lead.
Maturier with the ball.
Phillips again. Foster. Lorenza making it work. Making Cambridge work on defense. Foster moving around. Phillips. Excellent penetration. Good foul. She's causing problems. Right now, Phillips is the spearhead of the attack, supported by Lorenza and Phillips on the outside.
Blocking foul on Murray Healy.
And the most important thing is you have your star players, and then you have your 2-3 other players that are on the court. They really need to make sure that they hold their own in terms of offensively not giving up the ball, and defensively not giving up any easy shots. It seems like Oxford definitely have that kind of formula going for them. Cambridge is slowly using into it. Slowly using into it. Lexi, who I'm pretty sure has played almost every minute of the game so far, shows no signs of slowing down. Another screen action for Lexi. Cambridge ball after a bit of a collision in the paint. Jump shot. In and out. Unlucky. Charlotte with a great rebound. 7. Maddie Meduska. Jumper. In and out. And again, Phillips pushes. Pressure on the defense.
Phillips again, really maintaining great pace here. Despite the miss, her pace and alacrity in getting to the basket.
It's destabilizing Cambridge's defense. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no doubt about it.
Able to an offensive rebound, able to jump ball, they get another try.
It's not even that. I wouldn't say it's a lack of effort from Cambridge defense. I would say she's just not settling for you to get back on defense. She's grabbing the board, she's running, she's forcing you to catch up to her. And in that case, it didn't result in the bucket, but Phillips is definitely causing problems. One for screening action. Foster with the ball. Back to Phillips. Foster working her way inside. Wonderful footwork. And another tough miss. Here's Cambridge with the pace. Tough pass. That is foul on number 34, I believe. No,
Number 6, I think.
number 6.
Madoka Hazemi.
Madoka?
Madoka.
Madoka.
Yeah.
I've been calling him Meduska this entire time. To be fair, I think this is kind of a nickname, but
Oh, it's a Japanese name.
yeah.
Medusa.
Oh, and the ball goes out. Cambridge basketball. 3-point game.
Cambridge now in the penalty, by the way, meaning Oxford will shoot free throws on any foul, regardless of whether it is on a shot. So Cambridge need to be careful with foul.
Oxford, if you notice, they really are not settling for the same look every time. They're mixing it up. Jump shots, penetration in the paint.
Cambridge have been much more consistent in the sets they're running. They really got one main one that they're running. We'll put it out when they run it. Oxford playing a little bit more freely, a little bit more freeform.
Yeah, you feel like Cambridge really relies on that one or two player to make the difference.
Yeah.
Whereas Oxford are getting all 5 players involved and not settling for just a little bit, a little bit of shot making rather than shot creating. So,
And
but-
you can understand both.
both approaches.
Both
Yeah.
approaches here, especially Cambridge in their one set. That they've been running a lot. They've been leaning very heavily on the Lexi pick and roll, and she's been finding good looks out of it for them, making good passes. The conversion is probably not at the rate that they'd like, but hopefully that will improve.
Yeah, but defensively, truthfully, both teams have, managed to keep both teams at bay. Oxford first quarter scored 18 points in their last game, and this game 2 quarters in, 2 minutes left in the second, and it's only 16 points. So
Much more key.
it's still a 3-point game. As great as Oxford has looked, Cambridge is slowly building into the game. You can feel it with their pace, with their ball movement. Now it's going to be a matter of can they sustain this and hope Oxford misses a jump shot or two. Maddie. So they're giving Lexi a rest. Nope, Lexi's actually right there.
Set up their set. Lexi's giving the ball early.
Charlotte, that's a
Taking it back
wonderful
in the cut.
play. Good foul. That one definitely seemed like a drawn out play from the timeout. It was a different look, and they ran it pretty confidently as well. Foul on number 20 holds. Number 3, Cambridge basketball. Great pass. Good fumble. Oxford go again.
Maddie's got to be careful. They're gonna shoot.
Almost the advantage of size, right? I feel like the smaller the player is, the more they're able to get away with a little bit more physicality. And she's
Sometimes.
definitely taking advantage of it.
Cambridge called for the foul there. And Cambridge bringing back in Elizabeth Neri, the center. They had been running a small ball lineup.
But with Neri, you really get those looks down low. And she's always a threat on the pick and roll. I haven't seen too much of her posting up, but everything's inside the game plan. It seems like Cambridge are really, really liking their roll action with Neri.
Alicia Campbell converts free throw number 2. 17-13 to Oxford.
Maddie gives up to Lexi. She doesn't take the screen right away. Charlotte finds up top. Cambridge finally some ball movement. Everyone's getting a touch of the ball. Wonderful, wonderful pass. And Mary, tough finish. Phillips doesn't settle for the 3. Oxford now with their own ball movement going on. And Cambridge with a good board. Phillips fighting tooth and nail. Charlotte brings it up. Maddie now. 46 seconds left. Can Cambridge get one more basket or 2? That was tough shot. And Phillips pushing it again. Foster doesn't settle. On the outside. That's a foul.
And the foul on the Lorenzo Foster. Were they in the penalty?
Were they in the penalty? That's the question.
If so, Cambridge will have 2 shots here. If not, it would just be an inbounds play.
Looks like 2 shots.
Looks like it will be 2 shots.
And a chance for Cambridge to bring it within 2 points. Cambridge could end the half with a 2-point differential. And the first one bounces off the rim. This is Rose at the free throw line. 24 seconds left. Oxford can choose to hold it out for 24 seconds. Rose makes a second. Or they can push the pace and try to get a quick basket. Force Cambridge to score, but Maddie with the steal. Maddie all the way, gets bumped off a little bit, but it is Cambridge ball now. 15 seconds. Good periods for Cambridge right now.
Cambridge have quite a bit of time here.
It'll be very important that they don't turn the ball over. Just protect it, hold it down a little bit. You have 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds to work it. Here's Lexi. Tries to find the roll, doesn't find it. Phillips, 4, 3, 2. Wonderful shot. So unlucky. And we are going to halftime. 3-point game. Oxford up by 3. Any last comments for this half before we go to break?
Both teams look quite confident taking numbers. They're probably not falling at their normal rates. Everyone's probably a little bit nervous. But overall, pretty evenly matched. Yeah. Oxford playing a faster game, definitely.
Oxford much faster, and you feel like maybe Cambridge has caught up onto that, and they were able to slow them down a little bit and force them to move the ball around, which they did quite well. But then they just kept missing their open jumpers ultimately, and I think that's going to be the key difference in that second half is who's going to come out, force the other team to defend them on the jumpers and give up points down low in the paint. But both teams definitely have eased into it, looked sharper, looked more decisive. Um, it'll be interesting to see if Oxford are going to change how they defend that pick and roll action from Cambridge, because it really seems like that's the main thing that they're getting out of their moves. So that'll be massive for them. But otherwise, you really can't ask for a better tight game of varsity basketball. I mean, so if you've been to varsity in the past, or if you've attended one of these games, maybe comment about what year you came and if it was pre-COVID or post-COVID. I guess I've never been a part of varsity before COVID, so I'm not sure how things have changed since then in terms of the crowd's reactions. Or well, it's varsity. I mean, you can always expect the atmosphere, the intensity, the nerves, as well. So I believe the first varsity game ever played with basketball between Cambridge and Oxford was 1921, which is quite an insane time back if you consider the NBA in the 50s only came along. So like there is quite a bit of history with these fixtures. And sure, maybe at the time there was only a men's one or a women's one, but now it's expanded to multiple teams. And it means something to these people. It's not just a regular basketball game. It goes both ways. If you have a really good season, it's your chance to really put your stamp that you're the better team. If you are suffering and having a bad season, then this is your chance to right the wrong and prove to the other team that you belong, and that just because you've had a bad season doesn't mean that you're not better than them ultimately. It's a packed house though. There's definitely very few seats that you can see that are open. Wonderful energy from everyone, and we'll leave it at that. There's 3 minutes left.
2 minutes left. 5 and a half. Yeah.
2 minutes left, and I guess we'll leave it at that for the half.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I was just like, I'm watching. He's just really leaning into it. He's
I know.
taking it so seriously.
Exactly.
You're doing such a good job.
You talk too
So
much,
fun.
man.
There's no
It's
such
commentary.
thing.
It's a commentator.
Take it from a professional. There's no such thing as talking too much.
You're both insufferable.
Listen, it's not that you're in a bad mood, okay? Keep it to yourself. I think you're doing a great job, Monty. You're killing it.
Thank you. Wait,
Where is this streaming?
one second.
I don't know. Some link.
YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
We're on the live.
Microphones are far away.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Look up. Where? I'm trying to type. You really need to charge his laptop right now. I think it's your microphone that's saying. Okay, that's a second mic. One sec. Wait, one sec. Is that an HDMI? Wait, is there another Type C?
Yeah, it's not USB.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Give me the.
Nice.
Wait, give me the other. No, it's just the regular USB.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Does that work?
Yes.
How's the live stream? Like,
Hey.
getting views and comments to not being like this shit. This is rubbish.
There's no comments. We reached 50 viewers and 3 likes.
Take it.
Cast
So,
more.
yeah,
Cast more.
This is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Nice. This is me. It's a Will's friend.
Yes. No, but I talked to him when we were in Oxford last January.
All right.
And I basically told him like this is surely because you're playing for men's one basketball club. He was like, yeah, basically I'm too skinny otherwise I can't play.
Interesting. Is that sound reasoning? Do you think?
Well, I
Do you
think
need it? Because he wasn't skinny before, mind you.
yeah, I think it sounds reasonable, but I think he's actually gone fat.
Yeah. I think he's taking it too far. I think he's too big now.
Okay, I mean, there's about
Oh yeah, look at all these guys that we played against. He was on the team. He was on the team.
the
he was on the
Spanish
team.
guys. No, the Spanish guys.
Yeah, he was on the team.
That's what I'm saying. We played like a nobody Oxford team. We played like an absolute nobody Oxford team.
There were twos this year. I think are better than last year. Really?
Absolutely.
Really? No.
They have no length. They have nothing. We'll talk about it later.
They didn't have legs last year. Oh no, they had that Chinese guy.
Yeah, Chinese and ginger, which isn't a problem. But
Yeah.
like they were like really scrubs this year. They were really
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, it seems like we have 10-minute halves. I thought it was going to be a 5-minute half, but it's 10 minutes, so we have 3 minutes to go. Might as well give you guys some fun facts about some of the Cambridge players. We weren't able to get Oxford to fill out this survey, but I guess now is as good a time as ever. We'll start with the coach. As a Cambridge player, if you weren't coached by Mia, you'd likely be outplayed by her. Given her storied past as an Oxford player, she's the kind of talent that's better to have on your team than against you. And do you have any history about Mia? Where she played? So, from what I understand, Mia played in the States quite a high level.
The girls downstairs.
And there's a reason why she's coaching this women's one team, coaching them successfully as well. Bring everything that she's learned from before into the game. And you can see it in their play. They play unselfish basketball, and they really rely on their skills and tough shot making and making space. Now the question is, how will they come out to start the second half? Both Cambridge and Oxford. You really need to come out strong. Treat it as if it's a new game. Make sure that the other team is not going to get the first step ahead of you. It's whoever lands the first punch is going to cause some separation and potentially close the game out. So you really want to make sure that you're the one landing that first punch and not allowing the other team to dominate. So we're getting ready to start the second half. 1 minute left.
No, but you're not going to.
You also gonna move. Back on the 29th. Oh well, I've been
So starting five are back on the
Still
court.
connected?
Yeah, it should be.
Testing.
One second. No, this-
All right. Oh, it wasn't charging, was it? Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, you should be good.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. See much.
I'm the same one. I went to Jesus
Yeah, it's a travel, right?
I don't know. I've done everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think he's gonna regret it. There's no time complaining and like being like,
Cambridge moving it very well. Trying to find it inside.
Oxford bringing it up quickly, bringing it on top of the ball, getting a ball screen into the paint. They have no good.
Both teams get the defensive stops to start the quarter. Good fight, but who's going to be the one to go to first?
So Cambridge playing with 2 inside. Same setup as last time. Playing a similar set. Except the jumper and no good. Good from Lorenzo Crossbow, number 20. She brings it up.
Lorenzo. Can she be the difference maker again? She definitely was that in the first half. Foul on Maddie. Ball to Foster. Amisha. Oxford haven't utilized the pick and roll as much as Cambridge, but they're definitely using picks in all of their sets. Is Phillips, acres of space. Foster again, and that's a shot clock. And Cambridge with the ball again. Cambridge again. Screens. Charlotte's moving around. And they get a good look though. All this ball movement, it's only great to get the look. Charlotte, great ball movement inside, outside. And that is 3 seconds offensive.
Basket does not count.
That's probably one of the most challenging things as a player when you're inside the paint is at the same time you're trying to find the space, but you also only have 3 seconds to work with.
Oh, it's hard for the refs to call out. Very observant.
Challenge pass, and Cambridge get lucky. But
Cambridge with some reckless passes to start the quarter here. And maybe a little bit too overzealous. We're going to set up.
there's a big difference between the risky passes and reckless passes. Right? Mary, excellent footwork, doesn't get the ball to go in, but it's Cambridge basketball, so it's going to stay on this side of the court. Really starting to feel Cambridge pressure that paint area more and more. They're settling less and less for the jumpers on the outside. My read. Nary inside again. They find her inside. Get out. You have the 3 seconds. And Maddie fighting, and ends up Oxford ball.
Ball, Oxford.
Oxford pushing.
Lucy need to bring it down the court.
Phillips on the left side. Maddie clustering defense. Back up top. Lorenzo. Foster, open jump shot. It's good. And that's a 3.
Nice looking 3-point jumper.
This is a critical part of the game. Do Cambridge keep it close, or do they allow Oxford to balloon the lead more than 6? You have to make every possession count at this point. Great pass inside from Lexi. Inside from my read. Up, in, no. Oxford go up.
And again, Tarvos pushing the pace.
Lorenzo, space, doesn't settle. They're looking for the best play. It goes again, Foster. Phillips. Ball movement. Amish, down low. Again, wonderful. They're really, Oxford are finding their groove right now. And Cambridge are still trying to settle into this half. Reed not taking the risky pass. Charlotte. Can she find anything inside? Yes, she can. That's a foul. 2 shots. Cambridge. 8-point game. But these are the kind of looks you need right now. Right now, you need to slow the game down, play at your pace, get some fouls, get your momentum going. And Mia tries to get that momentum by taking out Maddie and Neri in for Carmen and number 7.
think it is. I think it is actually her. So I think she's number 7 here.
That's Alexandra at number 7. So Cambridge make 1 of 2. It's 22-15. Critical point here. You cannot let the lead balloon out of hand. Otherwise, you have a mountain to climb in the fourth quarter. Lorenzo. Needs to make something happen for Oxford. Great pass. Phillips. Danger woman. And it's back out Foster. Wonderful footwork. Wonderful footwork. This does not get the roll, but they have the fight to get it back. Cambridge get the board. Jump ball. This time going Oxford's way. Phillips taking the rest. So contrary to the first half, Phillips isn't bringing the ball up anymore. Phillips is setting up posts in the corners. Yeah, it's Oxford basketball. Oxford basketball. So we're going back because the jump ball was going Oxford's way. It's just a little bit of a miscommunication for us. So Phillips was making her mark on the perimeter this time rather than bringing the ball up. Back up Lorenzo, jump shot.
In and out. Nice looking shot.
Another jumper from Oxford and another lucky break for Cambridge. They need to start making swinging passes, and that is not the way forward.
They can't get flustered here. Easy when you see your deficit ballooning. To lose your head a little bit, try to make risky passes.
I think Nia did the absolute right thing here. Slow it down. Call a timeout, regroup, talk to each other. You really have to make sure that your team doesn't suffer mentally here because it's I would say the most critical part of the game. If Cambridge can keep it within 68 points, going into the fourth quarter, they could definitely make a run and try to win this thing. But the moment it reaches double digits, that's when you're a little bit mentally starting to check out because you think you have to make the difficult play, make the difficult pass.
I agree with you. Yeah, no, in basketball, 30 seconds can score 10
Like if they
points.
make a shot and they steal the pass, they make another shot, then within 1 second.
So what I'm interested in is, can Cambridge get something other than that Lexi pick and roll? Because at the moment it seems like that's their go-to play, which has worked in some cases, but teams eventually catch on. Teams eventually figure it out. I'm just going to cover the roller. And you need to find another way to get into the paint. If the jump shot is not falling, find a way to get to the paint.
Especially because Cambridge often has 2 players playing inside on offense. The spacing is not as good as it could be if you had more people on the perimeter, and so that pick and roll might not yield such great results.
Oh, and that's another 3. 10-point game.
Oxford with another 3. That was number 15 again.
Foster has been lethal this entire game. And that's an offensive foul because a moving screen. So, I mean, what do Cambridge have to do differently now? Because the past couple possessions, they have not strung together passes. They have not gotten the ball moving. They really need to make sure that they keep this lead less than 10.
Cambridge are playing a very structured offense, usually running into the same set every single time.
Oxford more fluid.
Yeah, I might, just as a change of pace, it might be beneficial for Cambridge to try something a little bit more fluid, maybe a little bit less structure, and just move the ball around the perimeter.
You know, but this is the ultimate challenge, right? It's we're down 10. We need to score. We have something that is structured that can give us a good look, but at the same time, free flowing. It might not be as balanced. So they go again for that Lexi pick. Here's a shot.
Cambridge sticking to their structure.
But something has to change. Something has to give. Because Oxford is definitely not going to let Cambridge win this game with that one set with Lexi. Foster again from 3. Oh.
She scored this.
Tough look, especially when you have that much space. You really want to make it count. Carmen, can she make anything happen? 17 subs in for the first time this game, I believe. Carmen gives it up. Rose. No, sorry, not Rose. 3-pointer Cambridge. Off the mark. So that's Maha that subbed in, number 17. And Millie Moore as well, number 2. Lorenza. Jump shot doesn't fall. Fight for the ball. Oxford are winning almost every second chance opportunity in this quarter.
They do have a size advantage over Cambridge. That much is clear.
How much is clear, but at the moment it seems like a whole lot more fight from Oxford. So Cambridge really have to regroup here. Keep your head.
You can definitely feel it. Oxford are building some momentum here, getting more confident. They're louder. Yeah.
I mean, we said at the half, it's whoever lands that first punch, they're gonna assert dominance in the game. And now you need to really make sure that you don't let it get out of control. And that's a good defensive possession, mainly because Oxford is.
Doesn't look like Oxford were aware that the shot clock had not reset.
Yeah, so we're back to Cambridge. The Cambridge are getting some stops now. They're stringing some stops here. Can they get some points on the board? It's been 1 point this entire quarter. Not enough at this level. Not enough. Especially since Oxford made that run in the beginning of the quarter. They ballooned it up to 10-point lead now. And Cambridge winning back.
Cambridge trying a new set here with a double high ball screen.
Really more out of bounds. That is
Unlucky.
tough. These are the things that break momentum. Just when you start running a new set, try to be more flexible. A foul, throwing the ball away. It slows it down. And Oxford sub Phillips back in.
I like the fact that Cambridge is trying a new look here, at least. A new set.
And on
Trying with
defense,
structure, but at least something to mix it up a little.
if you notice on defense, they've switched to a zone. They're really trying to make Oxford now beat them from the perimeter and not settling for any more points from Oxford. It's a tough pass. They make it work. Rose goes all the way, and there we go. 2 points up for him.
Great finish from there.
Oxford, though, getting right into it. They are not slowing down. They really want to make sure they're not turning the ball over. Good ball movement, jump shot. Rims out. Rose again with the pace. Oh, that's a little bit difficult pass. Cambridge building momentum. There's 2 minutes left. If they can score 1 or 2 more baskets, bring it even closer. That's how you enter the fourth with confidence, with momentum. That's how you're going to make this a game in the fourth quarter. Foster settles for a 3. Oh, does not get the bounce. It goes the other way again. The pendulum keeps swinging. Can Cambridge keep it on their side for a little bit longer? Carmen. The court. Lexi sub back in. Lexi. Rose. Back out.
Yeah, you see Oxford have definitely keyed on to Lexi's passing out of the big ball more so than they were.
And Phillips all the way. Doesn't finish this time, but you can just see the Cambridge defenders all go into the paint. Get her out, get her out. That's the message, but so far Oxford not punishing Cambridge as much. Carmen behind the back, wonderful move. Up, tough. But she keeps it in, and that's off her. So momentum. This is what Cambridge needs. Getting the fans into it as well, getting your bench into it as well. It's just hustle plays, smart plays. You're not relying on Oxford to make the mistake. You're forcing the mistake out of them.
Oxford bringing in number 9, Michael Pullman, as a sub, adding a little bit of size.
And Cambridge add a little bit of size of their own, taking out Millie Moore. And there we go. That's Isabella. That's Izzy. So she just came on for Millie Moore, and she instant impact in the paint, get the fouls, and she make the free throws, make it a 6-point game.
That's what you need.
And Izzy is standing quite far away from the line. She steps into the line though. Whatever works. 7-point game. This must be the most interesting free throw routine I've ever seen. And once again, this is better than some of the men's 2 free throw routine. I mean, here we go again. Oxford not settling for the open jumper. But Cambridge seems content. Go ahead. Shoot and beat us with the jump shot. And Oxford make them pay. I think you need a little bit more contest from that
From the elbow, yes.
From the elbow. From the three,
That's
maybe
a shot everyone practices all the time. And if you're wide open,
it's part of
the conversion rate is going
it's
to be
part of
pretty
your
high.
banana split action. It's everything. It's Cambridge answer back. There we
Rose
go.
with some bully ball inside.
Cambridge have finally found the spirit. 6 points in the last 2 minutes, and Oxford 6 points in the last 2 minutes,
Aaron's pass from Tyler
and
Rose.
Oxford 2 points in the last 4 minutes. So the defensive stops finally come to help them. Then they end the quarter on a high, 21-27. Marvin up top, Lexi. Screen action for Lexi. Drives in, jump shot, shorts. Rose keeps it in. Lexi up top. Marvin slows it down. That's what you need. Lexi jump shot. Off the mark.
Rose was making some key hustle plays for Cambridge here.
You really feel like that was the moment. That's when they could have gotten a grip of this quarter. Made that 4-point game. Phillips. There we go. Cambridge up at the elbow. Not allowing Oxford to get open jump shot from the elbow. Can you make the three though? Phillips for three. Bang! Phillips from downtown. And the lead is
Huge
back
for
up to
Oxford.
9. Huge. Izzy. Inside. Cambridge with a three of their own. Does not fall, but Rose with the offensive board. She's bullying her way in.
Again.
Outside. Let's see, and that is the end of the quarter. 21-30. Phillips, huge three. You cannot underestimate the power of that three at the end to make the lead from 6-point game to 9-point game.
It's a mental effect, fundamentally. 6 and 9 are not that different.
But that means
The lead, but
that means Oxford score 1 point is a double-digit game.
yeah,
That mentally, as a player, when
Yeah.
you see two double digits,
yeah,
it's a very different feeling from seeing single digits.
that's true. Especially at the end of the quarter, especially after you've done a good job. Cambridge have to bring it back a little bit after it was as big as 10.
Yeah. I mean, Oxford
It's a
scored
game.
2 points for about
It's a
4 or
game
5
of
minutes.
runs.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we said,
Yeah,
right?
that's a new picture, yeah.
But the game is heating up. Cambridge has found momentum. Can they keep it going? It was the last 2-3 minutes where they really picked up. But before that, it was really, really slow. And I think they found success with their small ball lineup.
You know,
Their small ball lineup really kept it more fluid than having two big men in the paint
Yeah.
all the time or on either side. So
I think Rose was huge there because her ability to get into the paint, even though she's not huge, she's quick, she's strong, you know, and just those
Fearless.
hustle plays are huge.
Fearless, yeah.
Those hustle plays are absolutely huge.
And this is the kind of thing that you want from a player who's replacing the big man. I mean, we say all the time in practice, whenever we take out our center in Lions basketball, that player also has to have the same mentality of still penetrating with less size, but you need to keep that paint pressure on all the time to get those open jump shots. Now, Cambridge on defense is definitely giving Oxford all they want from the three-point line.
Yeah.
And at the end, Oxford made them pay. But at the moment, it's
Not sure what the MO for Cambridge is here now, because most of the time you see a banked three, you think it was a fluke. Truthfully, Oxford has hit a few of them now.
no, it's true, and it's I think 2 bank threes.
Yeah.
And if you were watching the men's 2 game earlier in the day as well, Oxford probably won the game off the bank three at the end of that game as well. So, fluke or not, like these are the kind of baskets that flip the entire game around. So that 3-pointer from Phillips, was that the key basket to keep Oxford away from Cambridge?
We'll see how Cambridge responds.
Mary back into the lineup. Carmen, some ball movement from Izzy, and Rose again on the inside, so strong.
Nice aggressive moves there from Rose. Just couldn't quite get it.
These are the kind of plays, even if it doesn't go in, you are forcing the defense to think about you. Like, catch the ball, are they going to go inside? Maybe a little bit more space for you to shoot that 3-pointer, that jump shot from the baseline. Oxford, though, wasting no time with the ball movement. Just Lorenza down low.
And a great take from Lucy Newton there to open it up. A little bit too strong on the finish, but your center's there to clean it up.
You said there's
That's why she's there.
Cambridge is settling for a little bit more rugged approach. Just brute force, get it in there, and make something happen. Oxford are definitely going for the more Let's create some space. Let's create some space. Let's get the open look. Izzy jump shot. Oh, that's off the mark. Rose is there. Does not clean it up though. And Phillips smart not to just jump in and try to bring it back. She moves the ball. And Oxford ballooning that lead now, 32-21.
Cambridge bringing back in Madoka Azemi at point guard position, number 6.
Like,
see how they respond.
So they're really letting Phillips do whatever she wants to. They're saying, do not come into our paint. Here's Anisha. She's trying to get into the paint though. Phillips swings it. Foster. She trusts her three-pointer. Just off the mark. Rose, you really don't want to lose the ball here from a turnover. If you lose the ball, make sure it's a jump shot. Screen. Lexi. Izzy. Down low to Rose. All the way. A little bit tough again. And Phillips bulldozing down through the middle. All the way with the block. That's a foul. Foul on number 23. It looks like a clean block, though. I mean, we are quite far away.
We're quite far.
We are quite far. Yeah.
What a show of speed and power.
All game.
Phillips.
All game. I mean,
Wow.
she has been the reason, really, why Cambridge is stressed out of their minds whenever they miss a shot.
Yeah.
We have to get in front of Phillips, and she is right there all the time. So,
Quite an underrated skill in a point guard, the ability to push the pace and
Push the
really get
pace.
your team going.
and also, she's very, very physical as well. So teams really respect her when she drives. And here's Foster all the way. That such an underrated move. Lorenza torches Cambridge again. You know, if Phillips has been the powerhouse, Lorenza has been the technician in the background, really making sure that the points are coming in for the team. Mary.
Usually the
Ball
opposite
there.
arrangement between the point guard and the center.
Yeah, but in this case, the point guard are the ones that are really, really pushing it, and the center are the ones applying the finishing touches. Oxford again with the pace. They're not settling. They're absolutely not settling. Cambridge is trying to get into their sets, and Oxford is really like, fuck this. Sorry, excuse the sets,
Yeah.
and let's jump into our pace and really push Cambridge to force us into fouling them. So Oxford get the foul again. Cambridge with the timeout, and it's 14-point game. Very, very difficult.
One key advantage of playing this high-paced style of basketball is that in many ways it does, especially in a big game like this, it does calm the nerves because you don't have time to think. And you don't have time to sit around and think about your form and your jump shot. You're just going all the time.
I would say equally is you force the other team to foul you.
Yeah.
You're moving so fast, and the other team only has one choice. Either I'm going to get in front of him and get hit, and in that case, that could be an offensive or defensive foul, or you're going to go for a steal or go for a block, and you're going to end up hitting the player's arm, as we just saw the past 2 possessions from Cambridge. So, you know, it really is right now going in Oxford's favor because of their pace. Cambridge definitely wants to get into their sets. They want to go into their motions. Oxford is saying, no. We're not letting you into our house. You can run whatever you want to, but we're all set up and cozy defensively. Make a jump shot if you can. And Cambridge are not able to respond at the moment. So still a lot of basketball left, but 14 points in the quarter is very, very difficult. I mean, you're asking for a lot, really. But this is what we said. That Phillips 3 didn't come back to hunt, right? Number 4, free throw off the mark. Can Cambridge get a string of stops like they did at the end of the third quarter and build their way? That's the thing. The moment you make it less than a 10-point game, it feels possible. It feels like it's definitely there for yours. Lorenzo, though, shuts me up and puts another point up on the board. It has been the Lorenzo show so far in this fourth quarter.
Those second chance opportunities and the conversions that Lorenzo in this quarter have been huge for Oxford.
Lexi, Izzy, can she get inside? Yes, she can. Doesn't go all the way, and Mary is caught
Great effort
between
from
2
Mary.
players. Nothing but that.
Looks like it's a jump ball going to Oxford this time. Cambridge applying some backcourt pressure here, and it's a foul.
It's a foul, and this is the risk you run when you run a press. Is you either give up the fast break point, or you give up a foul because you're overzealous. So Cambridge right now in full press mode. So they're really trying to deny Oxford from grabbing the basketball and trapping them in this court, and they do it again. Oxford aren't able to come out. Is that shot clock correct? 18 seconds. So they have 2 seconds to bring up the court.
Yes. So, ladies and gents, the rule is you
and
need
she
to get
finds
it out
it.
of the backcourt in 8 seconds.
She
Oxford
finds it.
had 2 seconds
Lorenza,
to do it
Foster.
there. And managed to make Cambridge pay for the backcourt pressure.
Again.
Oxford with a very striking showing here in the fourth quarter.
And they picked up on it. There was 2 seconds left for them to bring the ball up, and their coach told them to heat it up. Lorenza makes no hesitation, sprints up the court, gets the ball past the halfway line in 2 seconds. Izzy, all the way. Can she get in? Yes, she can. Basket, though, doesn't find the same fortune as Izzy.
Oxford again.
That's a
pushing.
foul again. This is the problem with Cambridge's press right now, is they're giving up fouls. Yeah, it's a very tough quarter for the girls. The effort is there, no doubt.
Yeah.
The organization is there, no doubt. But what Oxford is telling you is you don't need organization. You need determination, no turnovers, make the pass, drive into the lane. That's how we're going to beat you. And Cambridge,
It's interesting. Because Cambridge is obviously playing slower and more structured, there's more of a semblance of organization, but I have no doubt that Oxford came out this quarter and this half with this as their game plan.
I agree.
I think this is organized chaos, definitely.
Well, I wouldn't even call it chaos. I think Oxford saw that the pace was destroying us, and that they were able to capitalize. Why not keep going? It does not make any sense for you to see like Phillips bulldozing into the paint and saying, "Actually, let's bring the ball out for a 3-point." Keep it going. Make Cambridge adjust, and Cambridge have tried to adjust several times, but Oxford keep finding answers. The onus is on Cambridge. You're down 18. When you get some points in, Rose loses the ball. Another tough turnover. And this is probably the best time to play as a team when you're up 18, because you feel like you can do no wrong, even if you miss the ball, even if you take a jump shot like this one and it doesn't go in. You don't stress out. You don't think that I have to make this for us to stay in the game. Izzy. All the way. Not quite. Sorry, that was good. Cambridge finally gets a point.
Let's see if Cambridge can build some momentum here.
I mean, if Oxford can do it, why can't Cambridge, right? Like, the reality is both girls have shown excellent shot making abilities, great looks in the paint. The difference is Oxford is probably capitalizing with more force in transition and also making their open jump shots. If Cambridge can start getting that rolling for them, there's no reason why this can't develop into more of a game. It's 16 points. It's 5 minutes though. So please don't leave us after this game. We have the men's one game coming up at 5 p.m. And that one promises as well to be a thriller.
Do you recall the score last time the men's teams played?
No, but
They are also in the same division of the Bucks University League, so these two teams are familiar with each other.
Let's see if we can get some Wikipedia history.
Oh, I meant in Bucks.
Oh, in Bucks.
Yeah, do you remember the score?
Not quite, no. But Cambridge have won. So the men's Blues for Oxford and Cambridge. The Cambridge Blues have won both their regular season games. In terms of the women's Blues, both games Oxford were able to take home. So will we see a similar thing happen in the men's blues games where the Cambridge side come out and take that game. Well, I mean, it's still too early to tell. 16 points, but 5 minutes left. It's a tough task.
Not a great situation for Cambridge in terms of fouls either, being in the penalty with 5 minutes left and a huge lead.
But you find this, right? It's one thing leads to another. A bad possession leads to a foul. A foul leads to 3 personal fouls after someone's not fouled. I have 3 personal fouls. The team has 4 fouls now. Now we're in the penalty. Now we're getting free throws.
And everyone is frustrated.
But this is where the frustration comes in.
Yeah.
And you know, I really think part of this, at any level of sports, the mentality of to regain your composure is just as fundamental as your skill level. And we go again. My read. Goes down low. Jump shot. Goes out.
Cambridge managed to save it, but it's fouled by Michigan.
It's a foul.
And another foul sending Oxford to the free throw line.
And this is where Oxford are really going to start ballooning that lead. Cambridge are going to keep fouling. Oxford are going to keep going to the free throw line. And if they can keep making their free throws, then the onus is on Cambridge. Make some jump shots. Can you beat us by your jump shots?
First one goes for Misha.
23-40. You know, it's the funny thing is you really have almost everyone from Oxford contributing, right? Lorenza, Foster, Phillips, Anisha, and even number 7. I apologize, I don't know her name, but she.
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
They're all contributing in their own way. No one goes a whole possession without touching the basketball. And on defense, they're screaming, communicating with each other. Oh, and that's a shot clock violation. 24 seconds pass. Cambridge keeping the press up high. Now, can Cambridge find that run that they found at the end of the third? That run at the end of the third brought them back into the game. And it just feels like that Phillips 3, that bank 3, is what's caused some separation. So we have a comment from Jack McGovin. He says, the team is screaming for a Millie Moore 15-point clutch. Unfortunately, Millie Moore is on the bench right now. So I haven't seen too much of Millie Moore, and I'm sure you have. So hence your belief in her scoring 15 points in the last four minutes. Maybe Mia hasn't seen enough of Millie Moore as well to sub her back in and get this deficit closed. But so we have 50 viewers. Thank you everyone for joining us. It's been a really wonderful day of varsity. I would say first 3 games very, very tight. This one very tight until the end of the third quarter, where Phillips hits that bank 3 and Oxford come out punching at the start of the fourth, and the game just goes away. It goes away from Cambridge. You got out of hand, and it's a game of makes, a game of momentum, and Oxford did not let the momentum go. So, okay, I think my microphone has died. No, I think it's still going.
Looks like it's still going.
Yeah, it looks like it's still going. So, if you're joining us right now, 23-40 for Oxford, up by 17. Phillips hits a huge 3 from Oxford at the end of the third quarter, makes it a 9-point game. Otherwise, it would have ended at 6. And from there, Oxford pressed on, didn't look back, and Cambridge have been playing catch up ever since. So.
I'm Martin Bowman at the free throw line.
And she misses the first one. Who knows? At this point, I think it would be worth it. Actually, makes the second one to probably employ a hack-a-shack strategy where you find a weak free throw shooter, keep fouling them, force them to make the free throws, and Rose gets a foul. She's going into the line for a chance for two.
Rose has great energy for Cambridge this game.
Yeah, if you also take into account the position that she's taken, she's taken that center position,
Yeah.
which is a lot of responsibility of
What is she? What is she, 5'7", 5'8"?
5'7", 5'8". But she's taken the responsibility. I'm going to be in the paint.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the hits
Yeah.
and also give out the hits as well. It was Neri before her, but Neri offers more of that solid set play presence. Rose is a bit more chaotic. Here's Oxford again. Wonderful ball movement. Set up for a three. Off the mark. Get the board. Out of bounds. It goes Cambridge's way.
Oh, looks like David's here. Looks like we'll have to retire.
So, unfortunately, we won't be commentating the men's game. We have an absolute Cambridge legend, David
Juan.
who will be here to commentate for you. But, yeah, it's been a really wonderful game. Both sides definitely were playing chess in the first half. And then the third quarter was where it was winning was as number 4 hits another three.
Bank three.
Another bank three. And, you know, we talked about this. Is it a fluke, really? Is it really a fluke? Because it's a wide open shot. You take it, you make it. It doesn't matter how it goes in, right? It doesn't count for 4 points if it's a swish, or 3 points if it's off there. A shot's a shot.
Perhaps it should.
Perhaps it should indeed. Yeah. Here you go again. I mean, so I believe last year as well, Oxford Women Ones took that game. So it's going to be a little bit up to the men's Blues to come out swinging and really make sure that one of the Blues bring it home to Cambridge today. But the scores, or at least the results so far, have been Oxford winners of game 3 and Phillips with the and 1. She's been there all game. I know Lorenzo has been absolutely incredible with shot making, but Phillips is probably my MVP of this game. I'm not sure if you would agree with this.
Tough one. It's really up in the air. Yeah, I could see your case being over. I'd probably go Lorenzo because in my mind, really the struggle for both teams has been killing those nerves, some shots to fall, and really has been the only constant throughout the entire game.
I agree. I think if you ask Phillips' defenders, they would say otherwise. I think with all the hits that they've taken and the pressure of guarding her in transition, they probably say otherwise.
It's hard to estimate the value of a good point guard.
It's true.
It's not all about flashy points and assists, right? You know, a lot of it is about getting your team organized and getting everyone into the right spots at the right time. So,
I mean, you yourself as a player, when you are running up and down the court with a point guard, what are some things that you are looking? Another bank shot goes in, and Oxford have been using that bank has been open all game long.
Cambridge wishing we held
And
this on a
Cambridge with a
Sunday.
turnover, and Oxford now really, really pushing down the throat. Another offensive board. 4 down low. Rose with some intensity. Rose with the finish. Yeah, I mean, you yourself as a player, what are some things that you are looking for in your point guard that makes you say, yes, I enjoyed playing alongside this player?
I think the ability to recognize who is starting to heat up, who is starting to feel it, and to get the ball to them in their spots accordingly. That's pretty much everything, right? It's, you know, the point guard is aware of the dynamics of the game. In addition to being technically gifted, they know at any given point who the best options are based on how they've been performing so far and how they're feeling.
You know, that's actually very interesting because for me, I actually, as a coach, so I'm not there with you on the court, For me, it's pace.
Yeah.
Can they push the ball up the court and cause that destabilization of the other team's defensive sets? But also, pass. Are they going to turn the ball over?
Yes, those are the fundamentals.
But it is great to hear from a player's perspective that you don't even think about the fundamentals. You're like,
I'm also slow, so I'm not always there with our point guard when he's blazing ahead to the basket. But no, it's true. I think the fundamental technical skills beyond being a good dribbler and a good passer are having good game sense about when and how fast to advance the ball, and also being above that, which is having this six of who's going to be the most likely to score, right? And then directing traffic accordingly. You know? It's a pretty rare skill at even at university level here. You know.
yeah, of course. So Cambridge finally getting some momentum, getting the crowd going a little bit with it. Some hustle plays, some nice finishes. But really, it came down to Oxford's tough shot making, and they rose up to the challenge.
Yeah.
They made the tough shots. You really can't fault the Cambridge girls for anything.
To be fair, I think Oxford got a lot of confidence when they started pushing the pace, and I wouldn't be surprised if that helped unlock some of their tough shot making. You know.
No, but this is the thing. The defenders have to respect your pace and pressure in the paint for them to give up jump shots.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you make jump shots, make them respect your jump shot. As we see again, Oxford punishing Cambridge.
You see Oxford now are just rolling.
Rolling,
Everyone's
jump
feeling
shots,
confident.
layups.
Everything's falling.
And Cambridge get one to go. 40 seconds left. 27:50 for Oxford. But Oxford are going to close this one out. But as we were saying, like making tough shots in the paint makes the opposition defend you better in the paint and give up jump shots. Making jump shots makes the opposition give up points in the paint, defend your jump shot. So it really has to be a game as number 9 again and again, jump shot to jump shot.
Wow, a stunning performance from Oxford there in the fourth quarter.
They really separated themselves. I mean, it ballooned from 29 to 52. They scored 23 points in the fourth quarter. That is Bucks basketball right there.
Yeah.
And the buzzer beater. Well, you have to tip your hats off. Oxford came in with the game plan of pace, and trust the jump shot, and they executed. Cambridge, Cambridge, unlucky with some jump shots not falling in. They came back into the game in the end of the third quarter, but the fourth quarter decides the game, and Oxford scored 25 points in that last quarter. So it's a pleasure having you here with us. We hope you enjoyed the stream, and better luck next time for Cambridge. Well done to Oxford. And we're going to start the men's one stream coming up next at
Stay tuned.
5 o'clock.